Hey guys, welcome to this video. My name is John Watts. I'm a consumer protection lawyer and I appreciate you watching this video. We talked in the last video about if you've been sued in Alabama by a debt collector, your time limit to respond, and it's all from the date of service. And small claims are district courts 14 days, circuit courts 30 days. Well, what if you don't respond? Well, then you fall victim to what we have for many, many years called the very biggest danger that you face when you're sued. And it's not that you lose in trial. It's not that you make a mistake on the witness stand. The biggest danger is you do nothing. Because if you do nothing, then they will get a default judgment. And a default judgment is a real judgment. For some reason, there's this myth out there that a default judgment, well, that's not a real judgment, or they can't really garnish your wages, or they can't really garnish your bank accounts, or put a lien on your property, or even sell your property, because it's just a default judgment. That's absolutely false. At least where I practice in Alabama, that's absolutely false. A default judgment's a real judgment. The word default just means that you didn't show up, you didn't do anything in the case, and then there's judgment. Now we have a consent judgment. That just means you agreed to it. We have a summary judgment. That means a judge before the trial summarily enters judgment. So all these different types of judgments, but look, they're all judgments. A judgment is a judgment is a judgment. And so the biggest danger you face when you're sued by a debt collector, we're talking about Midland Funding, Midland Credit Management, Portfolio Recovery, Calvary, Unifund, if I didn't say it, Portfolio Recovery, all these companies that are out there that are suing, your biggest danger is just doing nothing. And then they win by default. So it'd be like in a sporting event, you just don't show up. Well, you lose. You defaulted. You don't want that. Okay? And sometimes people say, well, I'm not going to hire a lawyer. I'd have to do this on my own, and I would probably lose. And my thought with that is, okay, let's just put some numbers on it. Say, there's only a 10% chance I can win. Well, hey, it's 10%. You know what your chance of winning if you do nothing is? 0. It's 100% guaranteed that you lose. So even if you only have a 10% chance, I'm just telling you, you got more than a 10% chance if you'll really put in the time and fight these cases, at least the ones that need to be fought, okay? And if we're talking about a debt buyer, I think those need to be fought if they're not willing to go away. Because they have to prove, as we've talked about in another video, they have to prove not only do you owe the debt, but that they own the debt. So give it a shot, okay? At least you've got a chance if you fight it, if you respond to the lawsuit. Don't let that time period go. Well, what happens if you're beyond that? So you were served here, here's 14 days, and now you're 16 days, or you're 24 days, or 30 days. You know what? If there's no default judgment, get that answer in right away. If there is a default judgment, then see if you have time under the rules to ask the judge to set that aside. And basically what you say is, and we'll cover this in a future video, but basically, look, I messed up, I made a mistake, I do have a legitimate defense, and I'm asking you to please set this aside and give me a chance to defend myself. Now, very strict time limits on that, so you got to make sure you understand the rules on it. But the big point of this video is you do not want to fall victim to that greatest danger that you face right now that you've been sued. If you can get past this critical danger part, there still are places down the road where you could lose. Okay, you could lose in summary judgment, you could lose in trial, but at least give yourself a chance by getting there. You got to get over this danger. It's like, you're walking and there's all this quicksand here. Well, that's the danger. Okay, you say, yeah, but if I get past that, I might fall off the mountain later on. Well, let's get there and then we'll figure out if we're going to fall off the mountain, okay? Let's get past this biggest danger point right now. So I hope that that's helpful to you, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Okay, have a good one. Bye-bye.